What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. We're going to talk fantasy football in this video. I love fantasy football. I've played it for probably the last decade. Uh, Won some championships in it, but I've also lost a lot too. So, I'm not the greatest drafter. I always end up making the most trades and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to break down I've drafted two fantasy teams thus far. I want you guys to grade them, comment what you like about them, what you don't like. But we're going to start off with my first team here. Or no, this is the team that I just drafted like an hour ago. Let me know what you think. All right. Before I get into it, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But let's flame my fantasy team. So at quarterback, I have Kyler Murray. I like his potential overall. I think he's better in fantasy than he is in reality. But ultimately, I really picked him because I drafted Marquise Brown in like the 5th round or something like that, maybe the 6th round. And I was like, I want the stack. I wanted the stack, so I chose Kyler. And I drafted Mike Evans in the 2nd round. Oh, disclaimer: I had the 4th pick in the draft. 4th pick in the draft. But I drafted Mike Evans in the 2nd round, and I could have taken Brady, but I was like, Kyler runs. I might get he's a little bit better in terms of fantasy because he can run for touchdowns and stuff like that. So that's why I elected to go with the Kyler Marquise Brown stack and not Brady and Evans. So I got Kyler, Evans, and Marquise Brown. My first pick, I picked 4th, was Austin Eckler. I almost screamed when he fell to me because I didn't think he was going to fall past 3. But man had 20 touchdowns last season. He's a freaking beast. Catches the ball, does everything. Ezekiel Elliott, the consistent 1,000 yards, and he's going to get touchdowns. And the Cowboys basically came out and said that they want to feed him even more. So I'm banking on that being the case, and I hope he stays healthy, obviously. And before he got hurt last season, he looked like regular Zeke. So I think as long as he stays healthy, I should be in the clear on him. I pretty much punted tight end, in my opinion. I took Gerald Everett because I didn't get a tight end until like the 9th or 10th round or something like that. And I was like, all the good ones are gone. There's no Waller, there's no Kittle, there's no Kelsey, there's no Andrews. Like everybody that's like a top tier tight end is gone. Might get some touchdowns and he might, get some yardage after the catch, that kind of thing. I also like him as a talent. So I went with that one. I don't know how good he's going to be, but I'm hopeful. Then I drafted Travis Etienne. Basically, I'm thinking that the Jags are going to be playing from behind a lot. So I'm thinking that, he's going to get a lot of 3rd down pass work. He's going to get a lot of catches. And I think he was a college teammate of Trevor Lawrence. So he has a little bit of the camaraderie already there. And just speaking of college teammates, Kyler Murray and Marquise Brown were college teammates. So that was another reason why I was like, I'm going with that as my stack. And then David Montgomery, similar story as a Travis Etienne, where I think he's going to be better in pass catching. I think the Bears are going to be playing from behind quite a bit. So I think that's going to be where his value is provided. I went with Christian Kirk as a flex wide receiver, basically off the bench. He's going to be the Jags wide receiver 1. And like I said with Travis Etienne, I think they're going to be playing from behind a lot. So he could be very, very good this season. He did get a huge contract in free agency, though. So I think they're hoping that he is. I drafted Chris Olave because personally, I just like Chris Olave. And I think that the Saints offense is going to be very, very good this year. I just like Chris Olave as a talent, though. He reminds me of a faster Keenan Allen, and I think he's going to be a great pro. Took another flyer. This is a 12-team league. I don't know if I said that earlier, but Garrett Wilson. Maybe he goes off. He got picked really high in the draft for a reason. Rashad White. Basically taking another flyer. There's like no good running backs left. Basically, every running back that is available in the 14th round is a 3rd string running back. So I went with him just in case Fournette, because I know he came into camp out of shape in case Fournette misses time. So, or if he gets hurt from being out of shape, whatnot. And then Sammy Watkins, because there is a huge gap in the Green Bay's wide receiver 1. Maybe he fills it. So I don't know. Taking a flyer there. And then defenses, I love my defenses. I got the Colts. You got to think about it. They're going to play their division sucks, in my opinion. They're going to play the Titans, the Texans, and the Jags. Yes, I do have 2 Jags in here, but like I said, I think the Jags are going to be playing from behind. So the Colts defense is going to have 6 games, in my opinion, that should be like knocked out of the park. Okay. And then Philly, similar story as the Colts. One, I also think both defenses are loaded with talent, but the Eagles are going to play the Cowboys, who are really solid. But after that, you get the Giants, who are probably not going to be that great, and the Commanders, who may not be that great either. So that's 4 games right there that should be pretty solid for you. So rank this team right here. Scale A through F, 1 through 10, whatever you want to do. What do you like about it? What do you hate about it? I think like 4 of my first 5 picks were running backs. So, because I knew I was like, I'm in a 12-team league. I need to load up on RBs. That's what I wanted to do. So I got Eckler. Zeke was my 3rd round pick. I think ETN was the 4th round, and then Montgomery was the 5th round. So Evans was my first receiver, and I took him in the 2nd round, hoping he has a huge year with Godwin maybe missing some time. So we'll see. Rank that team, please. Let me know how you feel about it. So now we have my second team. This is the team that I drafted last night, and this is a 10-team league, and I picked, I think, like 6. I think I picked 6 or 7. I was like 6 or 7, somewhere in there. I got Justin Herbert at QB. I'm a Chargers fan. That is my favorite quarterback in the entire NFL. Was ecstatic to get him. Was really happy to get him because I drafted Mike Williams before him. So I was like, I can get that QB stack, QB wide receiver stack with Mike Williams. I think that offense is going to go crazy this year. The O-line is better. So I love that projecting. Justin Jefferson was my first pick because I was picking at 6. So guys like McCaffrey, Taylor, Henry, Eckler, they were all gone. So I was like, Jefferson, he fell to me at 6. I was like, I'll take him. I think that he might be this year's Cooper Kupp. So I'm excited to see him. And he's my favorite wide receiver in the league. So right off the rip, I got my favorite QB and my favorite wide receiver. So in terms of just enjoying football, I got what I wanted, right? And then Alvin Kamara, I got him in the second round. Was so happy to get him in the second round because I don't think he's going to get suspended. I think he's going to be, the offense is going to be even better because they've loaded up the receiving core. Jameis will be back. I think Kamara's going to have a lot better year because people won't be able to dial in on him all the damn time. I got Ezekiel Elliot in, I think, the 3rd round. And I wanted to get another solid running back. I drafted Zeke on the other league. But, once you're picking around 28, 29, there's the top tier running backs are all gone. So I went with Zeke. I got Cole Kmet at tight end because I do think the Bears are going to be playing from behind a lot. And he did have some good rapport with Justin Fields last year. So I kind of took that as a flyer tight end. I love Juju this year. They don't have Tyreek Hill anymore. So somebody's going to have to fill that wide receiver 1 role. And Juju in the past has been a freaking beast. So I think he's going to have a great year. I love Juju on paper, on that roster. I think it's going to be great. I took Damien Pierce in like the 5th or 6th round. Been hearing a lot of positive things about him, maybe being the RB1 in Houston, and that he's been awesome in preseason. So took him as like a boomer bust kind of pick, kind of messing around with it. Chris Olave, already talked about him. He's on my other team. I just love him as a player. James Cook, took him as a flyer because I don't think the Bills are sold on Devin Singletary. Otherwise, they wouldn't have drafted him, I think, the 2nd round. Dalvin Cook's brother, but he's a better pass catcher. So, and the Bills are going to be very, very, pass oriented like they have been. So I think James Cook might have some potential this year. Treylon Burks, they don't have AJ Brown anymore. So there is that wide receiver 1 gap to fill in Tennessee now. Maybe because I don't think Tennessee's going to be any good. I think they'll be playing from behind a lot. So Treylon might be okay. He got picked in the 1st round for a reason. And then I picked Fields for when Justin Herbert does go on by or something like that. I have a QB tight end stack, and I like Fields as a player. I'm a huge fan of him since Ohio State. So that was kind of just like a, screw it out. I'm just driving players that I really like that I think might be able to put up some points. This league has a kicker. I don't put kickers in my own leagues. So Harrison Butker, Chiefs, they always put up points. It's Patrick Mahomes. So, Harrison Butker's a solid kicker. Defenses, I went with New Orleans, and then I've already talked about Philly. I think Philly's going to be really good. But New Orleans plays in a division that's going to have the Baker Mayfield-led Panthers, the Marcus Mariota-led Falcons, and then Tom Brady without an O-line. So that was particularly why I like the Saints defense. And then on top of it, they've got players at every single level. Their secondary is one of the best in the league. They've got good pass rushers. DeMario Davis is a great linebacker. I've talked about the Saints defense in the past. If you want to go look up my Saints videos, I talked about them. So how do we rank this team here? You got the Justin. I got the double Justins. I literally made the team Justin times 2 because got 2 of my favorite players in the entire NFL. And then Kamara is one of my favorite running backs. Zeke, he's not one of my favorite players, but I think fantasy-wise, he is reliable. He's going to get you 1,000 yards more than likely. He's going to score around 10 touchdowns. So, just kind of going with what I know. Mike Williams, boomer bust receiver. I'm, stacking it with Herbert. So if they go off every week, I'm going to be in great shape because Justin Jefferson's probably going to do it. So Kamara. I love this team. This team is better than my other one, but it was also a 10-team league compared to a 12-team league. So let me know how you rank this team compared to, 4 10-team leagues. I'll scroll back down so you can see the kicker and the defenses again. I rate this team an A. Personally, I love this roster more. My other team, I say it's probably like a B right now just because there are some question marks with Travis Etienne, and my wide receiver 2 is not exactly the most reliable source, So let me know what you think of my teams. Flame them if you want. I'm here for it all. It's fantasy football. We're here to have fun with this. I'm supposed to enjoy it. I hate when I'm watching games like angry. I want to be able to root for all these guys. So it's fantasy football. You should enjoy it. Simple as that. Rate my teams. Let me know how you feel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. I really, really appreciate it. But let's see how this fantasy season goes. Let's see if I finish 10th or 12th this year. Hopefully not. I'm done here. Peace.